And we are live here on YouTube for some ARCA Menards Series racing. Welcome on in. Sorry, it was a little bit scatterbrained because I am a little bit behind the 8 ball as I've got a couple of different things going on. But we are here. We've got the ARCA Menards Series Spectracide 200. What? I thought the name of this race was the Henry Ford Health 200. I mean, it's still 200 miles. Or is it 200 miles or is it 200? Yeah, it's 200 miles because 200 last to be a 400-mile racing. ARCA doesn't do that. Alright, there we go. So again, the leaderboard will be up as soon as they take the green flag. The leaderboard will be up. We are here. We are ready for this one. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Butterbean is on the pole position for tonight's event. There we go. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, I know that the stream was put up with very little build-ups for this, so just... I know we'll have people joining in who probably didn't even know I was going live today. But yep, we are live here for this one. I had been mentioning that I was going to stream this, so I wanted to make sure I kept up my end of the bargain there. Is that little, let me see if the box that I need. I need to adjust that little white square. Give me a second, guys. Oh, is it just... Okay, there we go. So, they're going to be getting ready to go green here. Alright, there we go. No idea what to do. I'm just trying to even this whole thing out as we are getting ready for the green flag. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Wow, once again, we got like 10 people popping in almost instantly for ARCA. Again, you guys go crazy for ARCA, so the more you guys enjoy watching it, the more likely I am going to be to keep streaming it. So, there we go. And it also comes down to when I'm available to do it. So, yeah. Not sure why the TV broadcast has a different race logo, because the channel when I first tuned in said the Henry Ford Health. So, I guess we'll wait and see. Where everything at do. Give me a second. We're getting ready to go green, so we will be getting ready for this one as well. Just give me a second trying to get this lined up so that there's no overlap. Alright, there we go. We are lined up, ready to go. Lights have just gone off the pace car. We are going to be getting ready for this one. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, of course, having a good time, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new. We've been doing streams like this for a couple of years now, and yeah, looking forward to doing some more here. And speaking of more streams, should mention to you guys that the my local dirt track does have season tickets going on sale today. So pretty much immediately following the stream, I'm going to be heading up there for practice. They've got a practice session, and season tickets are going to be going on sale. So I'll be going up there to try and get that so that I can bring you guys to the dirt track pretty much each and every week. I feel like that'll be a cool weekly stream to do. Might end up replacing some of the truck streams, which I apologize if you guys would rather see trucks. Feel free to let me know, but yeah, because local dirt track usually races either Friday or Saturday night. So, but yeah, I feel like you guys will appreciate that. And here we go. 2 competition cautions today, lap 35 and 70, as we've got a 100-lap race, 200 miles of racing ahead of us today. But yeah, should be good. Hopefully you guys are excited as we get ready for this one. Let's see. Again, lights are off on the pace car. Brendan Butterbean Queen out in front of the field with the 55 Yahoo car on, or not Yahoo car on the outside. I'm not sure what that sponsor is, but yeah, here we go. Pace car's off and green flag's out. We are racing here in Michigan as Butterbean Queen is off to the lead. Got his autograph this past week when he was up here racing in my home state of Maine. So I managed to get his autograph on a hard sleeve. Now I just need to find a card to put it in. So there we go. But yeah, Brendan Butterbean Queen out. It's like shot out of a cannon here as he jumped to a really big lead coming down the front straightaway here. I believe we will get the full leaderboard going when they cross the start-finish line here. But yeah, so 100 laps to go. Again, Brendan Queen, a massive lead here for Brendan Queen in car number 28. As everybody kind of crossing the start-finish line here, that will fill out the leaderboard, hopefully. But yeah, so far though, Queen out to a big lead. Corey Heim driving car number 25. Okay, that's a big one to keep an eye on. Did not realize Corey Heim was in this race. Then we got Thad Moffitt in the 46. And to the bottom of the racetrack goes LeVar Scott. LeVar Scott making a big move here on Lawless Allen in the 20 and the 76 of Roz. I have no idea who Roz is, and they don't have his name up yet. So, yeah, we will figure out who that is in a minute. But yeah, as of right now, though, again, Brendan Queen a 1.7 second lead here. Only 2 laps completed so far. Here comes the 8 of Giovanni Ruggiero, Truck Series driver, also taking part in the ARCA Series this year, driving car number 18. Currently dicing it up with Thad Moffitt here on the for the lead of the for the third position. Isabella Robusto also driving car number 55, also dueling it out for that spot, although she lifts off the gas and loses 2-3 spots. So again, massive gain here for Brendan Queen. Corey Heim has now fallen to a 2.3 second gap between himself and Brendan Queen for that top spot. Massive drop there for him. I have absolutely no idea why none of the graphics seem to be working, but yep. So again, we are here 4 laps, and currently working lap number 4, as we got ourselves a very full field. A lot more than I actually thought there would be here. But yeah, everybody kind of getting single filed out now, and again, massive gap between Brendan Queen and Corey Heim, and then Heim has a big gap between himself and Ruggiero, who has now cleared Moffitt and is starting to drive away from Moffitt. Moffitt's still under attack, though. He's got Lawless Allen in car number 20 running right up on his rear end, so Thad Moffitt's fight is not over yet. He is going to have to keep fighting to keep the 20 behind him. Meanwhile, the 18 is going to start to leave both of them in the dust as he has now gotten himself out to about a 1 second lead over Thad Moffitt. There we go. But battling side by side, here we go. Wallace Allen side by side with Thad Moffitt in the number 46. Hey, the 46, I thought that was supposed to be a Ford this year. It's now a Toyota car. All right, interesting. All right, but yeah, we got ourselves, everything seems to be working now. Everything except for the names on the leaderboard, of course. Because the one thing that we would really want to have working would be the names. I think I can fix this. Give me a second here. And it keeps breaking. I think. As we'll have to play around with this for a bit, but again, Brendan Queen now up to a 3.5 second lead over Corey Heim. Brendan Queen is absolutely just dusting the field tonight. I didn't expect it to be quite this much of a blowout here. Yeah, so I have no idea why the names and stuff aren't really working out the way they normally do. Yeah, everything else seems to be working, at least for the minute, but yeah, again, Brendan Queen only 8 laps in, and Brendan Queen already has such a lead. Alex Clubb, Brayton Lassiter, both already a lap off the pace here. Yeah, there's a lot of trouble in that back half in terms of mechanical issues, it seems, which is not overly surprising here, but there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got Robusto currently hanging on to the 6th position. Oh, she's got LeVar Scott looking up the inside. LeVar Scott looking for LeVar Scott looking for 6th place, trying to move car number 6 into position number 6. Ruggiero is actually catching the back bumper of his fellow Toyota Corey Heim in the 25, so there we go. The 3.5 second gap looks the 3.5 second gap, though, between Heim and Queen, though, is still going to be massive. So we'll have to keep updated with that one as we go. But we are... All right, and there we go. Now names are working. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and get everything else up top kind of situated here. And alright, there we go. That looks better. Alright, so there we go. Again, we still got the top 15 on screen. And again, right now we've got Corey Heim, who is dropping back to, again, a 3.5 second lead. He has started to gap Ruggiero again, though, after Ruggiero started to stop a little bit of that bleeding here. Starting to gap him a little bit here. They're doing their rookie spotlight on Tyler Reef, the 18-year-old from Nevada. Won the ARCA race at Phoenix 2 years ago. So there we go. Again, we are chilling here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, if you guys have any specific drivers you guys would like us to focus in on, feel free to let me know, and I will do my best to try and keep you guys updated on where they are running. Obviously, I know a couple of usual fan favorites, in addition to focusing on the front. So there's already 5 drivers out of this race with some sort of mechanical issue. Are you kidding me? How are there already 5 mechanical issues? We're barely... we're barely past 10 laps into this race, and we've already had 5 mechanical issues that have led to retirements from the race. And then we got other guys like Lassiter, Jason White, who are a lap down due to some sort of pit stop thing. So, and then there's the highlight of the Tyler Reef win at Phoenix from 2 years ago. And so they got the good restart and was able to win that one. Alright, so again, right now, Heim over Girio still. And the 55 of Robusto, she's now got Tyler Reef breathing up her neck for the trying to take that 7th spot away. Reef driving car number 23, Robusto in the 55 here. Starting to again see some battling for position here. 4.5. Are you kidding me? Man, Brendan Queen is absolutely just crushing this I mean, this is not even really overly close here for Corey Heim. Alright, so there we go. But yeah, again, Brendan Queen, he looked like he was shot out of a cannon and has led from the drop of the green flag all 15 laps uninterrupted. Again, we are expecting competition caution at both lap 35 and at lap 70, so we do expect to see some cautions that will absolutely help bunch the field back up, and cautions do breed caution, so we'll have to wait and see if that ends up sticking true to this one. Alright, so there we go. Got some air flow going. Quick update, channel update / studio update. Hopefully we should be able to be down in the new studio by, optimistically, maybe as early as the Cup race on Sunday. But I will not be home for tomorrow's Truck Series race, so we won't be able to do anything before that. But yeah, Alright, so there we go. But yeah, so hopefully by Michigan, and if not, absolutely the Mexico Grand Prix should be should definitely be an option. So there we go again. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Again, hopefully everybody's having a good time. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos and live streams. Alright, there we go. We got that. And again, we're currently at commercial break, so we're all, you're missing stuff, but so are we. And yeah, we're just waiting for the, we're just waiting for this, yellow, for this first yellow flag, because again, right now, Brendan Queen has jumped out to a 4.5 second lead on the field, which is just insanity. Alright, so again, we're just chilling out here. Here we go. Back from commercial break. 19 lap. Working lap 19 here. As again, these drivers making the most of this opportunity here, and certainly Brendan Queen is, because he has jumped himself out to now a 4 3/4 second lead. Again, just continues to gap Corey Heim by a monstrous amount. And we're down to only 12 cars left on the lead lap, which is, again, insanity that we are seeing this many cars off the lead lap, but keep it up. But yeah, right now, again, these, we got Chips Miller, Falcon, a couple of these drivers that are going to be trying to fight to stay on the lead lap just ahead of Brendan Queen. But unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to get to see them race with each other for this spot. So, they're talking about weather. That's not good. If they're having to talk weather, that tells me that we may not be good to go. Which, of course, knowing my luck, I would get rain on the same day. I can't really run. You can't really have a race run long. Although, granted, this track doesn't have light, so the race itself can't run too long. But here comes the 76 of Roz. He's going to come down to pit road. Again, 21 laps in, he will. Cole Roz is going to go ahead and make this pit stop happen. Hope that maybe he can flip this one at the comp caution, but I don't know if he's going to be able to. Alright, so there we go. Again, as we've crossed the 20 lap to go mark, I'm curious to know how long Heim will be able to stay at least within the 2-second bracket before, or the 4-second bracket before he gets to 5 seconds behind the leader, because so yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So here we go. The 18 of Ruggiero has caught the back bumper of Heim. So Heim and Ruggiero are close together. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, and here we go. Oh, we got side by side between Corey Heim and Ruggiero. They're getting side by side. Corey Heim with the window up, with the hand out the window. Not sure if that was trying to signal something to Ruggiero, but obviously Heim and Ruggiero, that's two truck series. And I say they both are teammates at Tricon Garage, running in the full time in the truck series this season. So, and I say these two. Definitely know each other pretty well. And there goes Ruggiero around, and to the lead goes, to second place goes Ruggiero. Corey Heim back to third. Brendan Butterbean Queen still holds a nearly an over 5-second lead here now. Alright, so 25 laps down, working our way through this one fairly, and I say it's going actually pretty quick. Again, we are 10 laps away from that first caution flag of the event. The 76 of Roz has entered the pits, so has Alex Clubb, so both of them will be probably cycling a little further back. So there we go again. We're just chilling out though. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Oh man. Yeah, we'll grab a drink during the first commercial break or caution flag that we end up getting. But yeah, so again, right now though, Jason Kitzmiller in 10th is currently the last driver on the lead lap. We got Andy Jankowick, Tyler Reef, Robusto, Moffitt, LeVar Scott, Allen. Alright, so there we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So, yeah, we're a little under 10 laps away from this first competition caution of the day, but again, Butterbean Queen is just absolutely dominated from the drop of the green flag, driving car number 28. So they're talking about the 25 versus 18 battle for the lead as potentially the sweet move of the race. That is really weird. Alright, so here we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But yeah, again, I'm excited though. Season tickets do go on sale for the local dirt track, so we'll hopefully be able to get up there quite a few times this year. As they have yet to actually run a single race yet this year. Alright, there we go. Now the 18 is starting to lap some of the people that have been sitting here a while. So here we go. 30 laps down. We got about 5 laps left till we have our caution flag. Ooh, Red Sox on Fox tomorrow. Let's go. Wait, Red Sox on Fox. That could be an interesting stream, possibly. If we have the area ready. What time is that game? Alright, so they play the Yankees tonight. Tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Possibly. That would be an interesting one for sure. Certainly looking forward to seeing the Red Sox hopefully kick the crap out of the Yankees these next 3 days as they play tonight, tomorrow, and on Sunday. All 3 games happening at about 7 to 7:30 start times. All right, so there we go. All right, here we go. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Man, I apologize if I'm a little low on energy. I did get home from work pretty late, so it's been a long day, but we are here and ready for this one. Jason Kitzmiller trying to hang on to that lead lap status here. Currently, only 2 laps away from this supposed flag that we're expecting around about a lap. So there we go. All right. The ARCA, again, just always seems to draw a fairly large crowd, which, again, I appreciate you guys showing on up for this one. Again, especially where I know content's not the best here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Should be nearing the competition caution here as we are on lap 35 here. We are officially at the lap where they said the comp caution will be on or around. Yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Come on. And there it is. The yellow flag is flying. Yellow flag flies for Brendan Butterbean Queen as they were working lap 35, and that is going to be the competition caution. First competition caution. That'll bunch the field back together and give guys like Falcon a chance to try and group back up here, see if they can get there. Actually, Kitzmiller went a lap down on that last lap. No! Jason Kitzmiller going a lap down. That's going to cost him so he'll be the free pass, meaning that Falcon and the others are all going to have to try and figure out other ways to get their lap back. So I'm going to run, grab water, and I'll be right back, guys. So, no race stream tomorrow, but the Red Sox and Yankees are playing at 7:30 on Fox. Yeah, 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night. It's the middle of the 3-game series. Starts tonight. I don't know if all 3 games are going to be on Fox. I would expect that probably tomorrow is, but. Alright, well, if we're going to give you that update so you can at least check. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And maybe we'll have the new studio ready. Breaking it in. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was going off of what you said, assuming that you knew what you were saying. I know. Real why something there. Be able to get my ticket locked in, hopefully. Oh.
Sorry, behind you. Not this way.
Alright, so there we go. We are settling back in, we got our drink, and we are ready to go. So, yeah, I just went and talked to my dad. Sounds like there's a good chance we will be doing the Red Sox game on tomorrow evening. So, there will still be a stream. We will miss the truck race, but we'll get you a stream. And that one might be the stream to break in and work out some of the kinks with the new office area. So, definitely looking forward to that. And here we go. Cars coming down pit road. Here we go. Cars all coming down pit road. Again, Brendan Queen, your race leader, and it is uncompetitive pit stops, so these drivers will get, I think it's about 5 minutes to work on their cars to come out and still retain their track position. So here we go. Pit stops are occurring. Going ahead, getting their service done. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of uncompetitive pit stops, but again, if it helps save money and allow some of these ARCA teams to be able to operate, and compete with some of the top teams, I will gladly accept that sometimes uncompetitive pit stops kind of have to happen. But there we go, Brendan Queen getting his car filled up with fuel, and yeah, definitely gonna be cheering on Brendan Queen. So there we go. And putting that second can of gas in, checking the grill, and yeah, again, nobody else out there working on the car because they don't need to be out there. So there we go. That would be an interesting thing if they required the other people to actually be doing something to the car. So here we go. Everybody coming out the pits again. As long as you get your pit stop done within the time window, you will be guaranteed to retain your starting spot. So again, or your restart position. So Brendan Queen will be your race leader when we come out of the pits. Jason Kitzmiller did the wave around, so he is currently being shown as the leader because he waved around ahead, and he is currently out in front of the field, but he will drop to the rear. He'll drop to the rear, but he did get his lap back, which is big. So there we go. Whew, there we go. Man. So, yeah. I don't know why ARCA can't seem to figure out what on earth they are supposed to be doing, but yeah. So, the TV in the office should be getting hung up tomorrow morning, which means, again, 7:30 tomorrow, we should be getting a baseball stream. Which means I gotta figure out how to build a baseball layout. Yeah, so again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But yeah, welcome on in. We got 22 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that's decided to spend a portion of your day here with us. Alright, so I just have to. The biggest thing is going to be getting the scoreboard ready for down there. Because, yeah, scoreboard will definitely be something we'll have to work on, but should be able to get that all set up and ready. Alright, well, we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. Hey, Rob, how's it going? Sitting across from pit 14. Alright, nice. Yeah, we're currently at a commercial break, so... Oh, man, perfect timing. We're back from commercial break. So, there we go. We'd been at a commercial break, so I hadn't been keeping an eye on that. But yeah, we are back. Welcome on in. Hopefully you enjoy it. Again, we'll be potentially... So it sounds like my dad and I are going to be doing a baseball stream tomorrow for the Red Sox, and then we'll be going ahead and doing Yeah, and then we'll be doing the Cup race on Sunday. So I won't be home for the truck race. Otherwise, I would absolutely be trying to stream the truck race. So I don't actually need this up here, but this is exactly what I was looking for the other day when we were testing some stuff down in the for the downstairs studio that's being rebuilt. But yeah, so yeah, should be in the new studio tomorrow for the baseball stream, and then it'll take a little bit of time to work out the kinks, but should be good. There we go. Jason Kitzmiller coming out of the pits after his free pass. 18 looking real strong. Yeah, Giovanni was able to run down and catch Corey Heim, but nobody on that first run was able to touch Brendan Queen. I mean, Brendan Queen shot out of a cannon on that very first start and jumped out to a 3-4 second lead within the first 15 laps or so, and then steadily built it from about 3.5 to 4 seconds to then nearing 5 seconds when the caution was eventually thrown. And we'll have to keep an eye to see if the 25 or 18 can provide more challenges. We've got the lights are out on the pace car. We're going to be getting ready to go back racing, but again, right now, so far, Brendan Queen has looked like the class of the field here in the ARCA Menards Series race. And yeah, I believe he's going for the championship this year, so it's going to be tough to beat him. But here we go. Pace car's off, field in the hands of Brendan Queen and Giovanni Ruggiero. As we go green, 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 green flag is out. We are back to racing here with 58 laps to go. 58 laps to go here at Michigan International Speedway. The 18 on the outside, the 28. And they're going to be going door to door here through this one. All right, Giovanni able to actually keep pace, and he's actually got a lead here off of turn 4. Off of turn 2 down the back straightaway, looking towards 3 and 4. Giovanni with a good push from teammate, I believe, Lawless Allen, giving a good push. The 18 out in front, and Giovanni Ruggiero. We're going to see our first new leader of the day. Brendan Queen led from the drop of the green flag, but now Giovanni Ruggiero, race leader here in Michigan. So there we go. We got ourselves our Michigan, that's a brand new Michigan race leader. And now we got Corey Heim battling it out with LeVar Scott here for the 4th position, as Lawless Allen was able to get by Corey Heim on that restart as he pushed his teammate out to the lead. Again, it'll be curious to see if Queen can find some of that speed that he had to try and rally back against Ruggiero, but Queen definitely, it's very possible that clean air could have been the big weapon for Brendan Queen, and it will be harder to make those passes when you're not the leader. Although Brendan Queen's sticking right on him here, making sure that that Ruggiero is not free to make any mistakes. Because one mistake and he will be pounced on here. But Ruggiero, I believe full-time in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series this year. So right now he's just moonlighting in ARCA, but making the most of it here out in front of the field. Yeah, it's always nice if you can win the day before. What happened to Regina Severin? A bunch of cars have been having mechanical issues today. I mean, we were 10 laps in and we already had 5 cars out in the race due to mechanical stuff. So I don't know. They haven't said on the broadcast specifically what happened to Regina, but my guess is that there was some sort of mechanical thing because, again, that's happened to almost everybody. Alex Clubb, one of the usual favorites, one of the usual fan favorites, he is currently off track. Braden Lassiter, currently 11 laps behind the race. Yeah, we got other drivers. So far for drivers who are off track, you've got you've got a ton of them. So there we go. Yeah, a lap and a half off live. Yeah, well, that's because I'm watching on my TV is through YouTube TV, so I'm usually a little bit behind, but yeah, I'm kind of used to being a little bit behind here. And here we go. We got Lawless Allen looking to the bottom here. I will check and see if I'm as up to live as YouTube, because sometimes YouTube TV will load in. Okay, yeah, so I can actually speed forward just a little bit, but I'm getting that on my app that I use for the TV remote. Alright, give me a second, guys, because... Come on. Alright, there we go. So, currently working lap 52 laps to go. We're right about at the halfway point, and that is officially as far forward as I can get the TV. But here we go. Brendan Queen. We've got the 20 of we got the 20 of Allen here, looking all over the back bumper of the 28, trying to find a way past him. Ruggieri's extending that lead to about a full second here, getting close to that, at least 3/4 of a second. Meanwhile, we've got Jankowic actually moving up all the way up into the top 7. He's one of those drivers that seems to be sneaky fast in kind of that middle portion of the top 10. Usually very consistent. Haven't seen him break into the top 5 much, but usually in that 10th through 7th through 10th range, he's usually one of the more competitive cars out there making passes. So always cool to see a variety of drivers and a variety of backgrounds, because I mean we see, there's a lot of different drivers out here. Again, LeVar Scott, Isabella Robusto making laps here. Ryan Roulette. I believe at Daytona we had both Club brothers. I don't know if they're both in the field tonight as well, but yeah, there are drivers all up and down this one. With some cool stories. And we've had it before where people have popped in who actually know some of these people personally, and a lot of these people are, especially down the back half of the field, are average Joes with day jobs who this is just their hobby, is racing ARCA Menards Series cars. So there we go. Okay, so Jake Finch, the normal driver of the 25, is out of the car due to illness, and that is why Corey Heim stepped into the car. Okay, so that makes sense. So that explains why Corey Heim is in the 25. I didn't think he had run any other races this year, so I wasn't sure if he felt like he needed extra practice, but no. The normal driver of that car is just was not feeling well, so he stepped out the car and they asked Heim to fill in. Now, honestly, Heim's filling in pretty well here. He's running up inside the top 5, looking to try and make the pass for 30, or he's all over the rear bumper of Allen. Allen climbing right up on the rear bumper of the 28 of Brendan Queen. It's going to be a 3-way battle for second here in a hot minute, as these drivers are making all kinds of progress here. And again, remember, there will be yet another comp caution at lap 70 to kind of rack the field and get everybody set. All right, so there we go. Again, we've got ourselves and there we go. The 25 clears the 20 by an inch. Man, he was not very clear there, but makes it work, and cuts up in front of the 20. And Corey Heim up to the 3rd position. Corey Heim gonna be looking for that top spot. He was a half mile an hour faster last time by than the leader, but half mile an hour is gonna be a little bit of a slow burn here at the Michigan International Speedway. So there we go. And Brendan Queen has now fallen to 1.22 seconds behind the leader. Corey Heim closing in on Brendan Queen in a hurry, but the question is, how does Ruggiero deal with lap traffic? Because it looks like there is some lap traffic on the way here. So there we go. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, there's another contender there for sweet move of the race. With the 25's late move to make that pass on the 20 of Scott Allen. Or not Scott Allen. Why did I say Scott? Because Scott's right behind him. But yeah, no, that's Lawless Allen. Yeah, in the 20. LeVar Scott driving car number 6 is currently sitting back in 5th place. So good job on LeVar Scott, though, to make that move up past, up into the top 5. But looks like they are going to probably be readying us for yet another full... Is this going to be another full screen commercial? Yep, another full screen commercial. Of course it's going to be another full screen commercial. Because it's Fox. Why can FS2 not maybe give us a small reprieve from commercials? Yeah, I guess they still got to pay for for all this TV time somehow, and obviously ARCA TV deals in ARCA are certainly not paying the bills nearly as much as the TV money for Cup or Xfinity, and they usually load Cup and Xfinity up with ads. So, yep, there we go. Again, we are chilling out here. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go. St. Louis on June 15th. We got the Bommarito Automotive 500 for the NTT IndyCar Series. Please tell me that is going to be something we can do. Alright, so yeah, we're chilling out though. Again, still under a commercial break, so we can't really see what's going on there. Alright, so there we go. Again, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. We got 31 people hanging out in chat. Thank you guys for everybody that's joining in here. Again, we are about 10 laps away from the second and final competition caution here, as Giovanni Ruggiero continues to lead here at the ARCA Menards Series race. We are currently under a commercial break, which I unfortunately cannot control how quickly or how slowly we move off of a commercial break. So as soon as we're back to the track, I will be calling everything as it happens, or as quickly as I see it. So, we're just chilling out though. We do have the leaderboard up on the side, so if you guys have a specific favorite driver that maybe I'm not mentioning, if you're maybe the biggest Tyler Reef fans in the world, although we've actually talked quite a bit about Tyler Reef and his ARCA win at the Phoenix Raceway a couple years ago. But here we go, back from commercial break. 40 laps to go. Only 2 leaders so far, as the first 35 laps were all led by Brendan Queen. Then Brendan Queen lost the lead to Giovanni Ruggiero on the following restart, and Giovanni's led from then on. And Giovanni continues to try and extend his lead, currently at 1.3 seconds out in front of the field, and not a whole lot of lap traffic there to slow him down. So Ruggiero might be in position to just steamroll away, although there is still another quote-unquote competition caution coming up. I will say I do find it ironic that they call it a competition caution, even though it's the one point during the race that they aren't competing for anything, because there's nothing to compete for during a caution flag. Especially when there's non-competitive pit stops, there's nothing to compete for on a. So there we go. Regina Stewart in her, not Stewart, Servant in her first ARCA start out of Mexico City. She's got some kind of debris on her grill that might cause her to need a pit stop, although I think her plan right now is to try and get up behind get as close to that 99 car as she can. Although if I was her, I would have tried to get off on that lap car, just trying to do it. But yeah, trying to get as close to that 99 as you can to use the air from the 99 to rip that plastic off there. Or is it not a bother and she's just trying to pass him? Because, I mean, that plastic looks like it could be certainly not a good thing for her engine, but currently sitting in the 15th position, couple laps behind the race. Yeah, sitting 3 laps down, but she's just making the passes. She's not even worried about trying to get that debris off the grill, so it must not be covering directly the grill opening, I guess. Because certainly that plastic looks like it would be covering it, but there's a large black area, and the grill opening is a very small part of that big black area, so. There we go. So yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. So again, right now we are chilling here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But yeah, so again, Alex Club currently. Oh, Alex Club update. Alex Club is officially out of the race in position number 20 here. That's unfortunate. I knew he had been off track for a while, but no, he is officially out of the race. But yeah, so again, Regina, though, is in her very first ARCA Menards Series start out of Mexico City. I'm curious. ARCA doesn't have a Mexico race next week, but ARCA does, or not ARCA, but the NASCAR Mexico Series will be racing in New Mexico, or in Mexico City next week alongside the Cup and Xfinity Series. Xfinity is off this weekend, but I will say it is definitely not the most cohesive thing to make the NASCAR drivers pack up, go to Michigan right before sending them down to Mexico. Like, I think it would make a lot more sense to have just had 2 weeks in Charlotte, send them down to Mexico for the first race following the 600. Even Nashville. Nashville is not that far from the race shops, and it's in the direction of Mexico, which would have made it for a little easier travel, but I guess they decided that, nope, we got to fit Michigan in here. So there we go. LeVar Scott, the current ARCA Menards Series points leader after a really good race at Charlotte a couple weeks ago. He was able to take the points lead as it was a very close battle between himself, Brendan Queen, and one other driver for the points. Brendan Queen had an early flat tire on like lap 10 back in the Charlotte race, for those of you guys who didn't watch it. So that is currently what has LeVar Scott as the points leader. But, yep, so as of right now, though, we are just riding on, they're riding on board with LeVar, and we'll be keeping an eye on here. But, that gap between Queen and Giovanni is shrinking, but it's also 1 lap away from the comp caution, so likely will not mean much if they're able to get there or not. So there we go. Again, currently working lap 69, now on to lap 70. Again, lap 70 is when we expect this comp caution. Sometime at or around lap 70. And Queen did manage to get the lead down to under a second. Although Corey Heim fell all the way back to nearly 4 seconds back. There we go. Other club cars racing. Macaroni, Marconi in the 86. All right. Hey, appreciate me doing it. Hey, I appreciate you guys being here. And I say I love seeing the support every time I go and I say, in fact, one of the reasons why I pushed myself to make sure I did this ARCA race is because I know you guys have enjoyed the ARCA races. And here is the competition caution. The comp yellow has flown here as Jankowic rushes a run to pit road. So maybe we might see Andy Jankowic trying to make a pit strategy call of trying to run to pit road, get the gas before the caution flies, and attempt to stay on the lead lap. That way you can try and stay out for the end of the race. If that is your strategy, that's a bold one right there. But hey, I don't hate it. If you, especially where you haven't been the most competitive all day, you have to try something to make it work, and that might be the thing that makes this that might tip the scales here in the favor of Jankowic. Might not be enough to win it, but might be enough to get a top 5, which he was certainly not really on pace for. On just on pure pace alone, but throw in a little bit of strategy there, and I think there's a good chance he could be a factor here. And I'd find it weird if Jankowic wasn't, if he was just out of fuel or something and had to make an emergency pit stop. But yeah, so again, just trying to rush that pit stop, I assume, before the comp caution specifically for that. But I guess we'll have to wait and see for sure, but I would definitely be leaning that way. Alright, so there we go. And we are chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But wow, we got 42 people hanging out in chat. We got people piling in here. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, reminder that after this race ends, I normally would go through the finishing results of every single driver. But I do actually have somewhere I need to get to after this, so I can. So I got to get up to my local dirt track and get my season pass, because they do have season tickets available today only. So they've got a practice session starting soon, and I'm going to be racing up there to try and get my season tickets so I can bring you guys full season coverage of our local dirt track up here in Maine from the stands. Figure that'll be some cool content for you guys. And let's be honest, who doesn't like a little bit of local dirt track action? Especially on Friday and Saturday nights. Figure that'll be a cool combo. We'll get up there for most of them, as long as it doesn't interfere with a NASCAR Cup Series race. Might mean that we miss a truck race here and there, but yep. So definitely looking forward to that. Again, local dirt track. Might even see if I can get some video clips. I'll post some practice clips to Twitter later today. So if you guys do want to see some some action shots from practice, I'll probably post some to Twitter tonight. Link to my Twitter should be in the description. If it isn't, I can put it there. Okay. It's the second link in the description. So at RyanDyer99 if you guys want to try and just find me on Twitter, or the link is in the description. So it's tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Truck Series qualifying. Then we got Cup Series practicing qualifying around 9. And then at noon, they go truck racing. I will not be home for that one, so I will not be able to stream trucks. But we will be streaming. We'll be streaming the Red Sox game with my dad, who we are both big Red Sox fans. We'll be streaming that hopefully from the new studio area, and then we'll be ready. And then hopefully that will have us ready for Michigan on Sunday. So here we go. All the drivers coming down pit road for their pit stops here. The 25 is supposed to be Finch, but is actually Corey Heim. They didn't even take the name off the windshield. Corey Heim just racing with Finch's name on the race car and doing a really good job, honestly. I mean, able to keep that car inside the top 2 or 3. I mean, obviously, I think that it's no surprise that the Venturini cars are fast, but again, the fact that Heim hasn't made many mistakes as he doesn't race these cars each and every week. I mean, it's hard at any level to be a part-time driver and to just jump into a car you don't race week in and week out and be this successful. But Heim has done a very admirable job. I mean, we see it with the Indy 500. I mean, how often do great drivers like Elio or even Larson jump into good cars at Indy, and just off the fact that they aren't full-time or have to play a little bit of catch-up there. So here we go. We got drivers coming off pit road. In fact, I think it was actually Tony Stewart who said that he wouldn't do the Indy 500 unless he felt he could do a full IndyCar season, because that's the level of commitment that it takes to truly compete for an Indy 500, is to put together a full season. Obviously, that's just a quote of one guy, but it's one guy that I would really trust when it comes to knowing what it takes to win an Indy 500. Although Tony Stewart didn't ever win an Indy 500, he is an IndyCar champion. So, again, that is one driver I would definitely trust the opinion of. So, there we go. They're going to go to commercial break, and we will see where everybody is at when we get to the end of this one. So, it looks like Jankovic may have had to come to pit road, or is he a lap down? He lost 2 laps during that. Yikes. So I don't know if that was a pit penalty or something for pitting right before the caution, but as I say, if that was a strategy move, it is going to backfire on him, it looks like. And if it wasn't a strategy move, I don't know what happened to that 73, but he was on pit road at a really weird time. So we'll have about 25 to go. Yeah, we'll have close to 25 to go when we drop the green. So time is ticking, but these drivers, we're going to be getting ready for another exciting restart. And now Giovanni, Brendan, Corey Heim, these 3 drivers, they all know that there is no second chance. If you aren't able to stay close on this restart, you will not get a second chance at this. So, again, the first Red Sox game of the Yankees series does start later tonight at about 7 o'clock. I will be definitely keeping an eye on that game as well. All right, there we go. Again, we're chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, so there we go again. We're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Hey, Jack, is McFarland racing today? No. Cletus's next ARCA race, as far as I'm aware, is going to be at Bristol, and I will not be covering that race as I will be in transit to get to the track for the Truck Series race. But I don't think I'll get to the track in time for ARCA in Bristol, but yeah. So Bristol in September is, I believe, the next time Cletus is scheduled to race the ARCA Menards Series. So, yeah, no Cletus tonight, but we do have a pretty good race going between Corey Heim and Giovanni Ruggiero, 2 of the Truck Series regulars, along with Brendan Queen, who, prior to a flat tire at Charlotte a couple weeks ago, was the ARCA points leader. LeVar Scott, who also sits in 5th, is the current points leader for the ARCA Menards Series. So, and here we go. We're coming back from commercial break. We got 25 laps to go. It'll be about 24. It looks like it'll be 24 to go when we keep going when we go green. So, should be looking for a good one. Hopefully, you guys enjoy. Yeah, no worries. Again, as I said, when we get to the end of the race, I normally I almost always try and do a run through of every single driver's finishing position, but I will have to get out of here somewhat quick so I can get up to my local dirt track for. They've got practice starting in about 10 minutes, and they are also going to be selling full season tickets. So I want to get the season ticket, that way I can go up to the local track and give you guys coverage from the stands of our local dirt track. So I think some local dirt racing, something I think you guys will appreciate. We've done a couple of streams from there, especially when the Scones, the sprint cars of New England, were up there this past year for their championship race. So, we'll be heading up there right after this. So I will have to end the stream pretty quick after this race gets done. But we got ourselves 24 laps to go. It'll be 23 to go when we go green, as they have now officially turned the lights off of the pace car. All right, so there we go. But yeah, so quick update on some of our usual fan favorites. Brayton Lassiter currently sits in the 19th position, several laps off the race. Alex Clubb has officially retired from the race in his number 03. He will finish in about the 20th position. Those are a couple of the fan favorites who are in the race, so we usually have a pretty decent Alex Clubb fan club around. So there we go. We also got Regina Servent, who is in her very first ARCA Menards Series race, currently sits in the 14th position. And then we got, everybody else kind of just getting ready here to get ready for the restart. Pace car is off. Green flag is out. Giovanni Ruggiero and Brendan Queen lead them to the green flag. Green. And again, they know this is do or die at this point, because, again, this is your last chance to stay close on this restart. If you can't stay close on this restart, you are not guaranteed another caution to bunch this field back together. 23 laps to go. And down the back straightaway, we've got the 23. He's got a good run off the top. The top side is where the 18 was able to claim the lead from. But Brendan Queen, with his rookie stripes on the back bumper of that ARCA car, streaming down line and clears him for the lead. Brendan Butterbean Queen to the race lead here in the ARCA Menards Series race. 22 laps to go. Brendan Queen led the first 2 dozen laps. He actually led the first 35 laps from the drop of the green flag. Then the competition caution happened. Giovanni took over, and now Brendan Butterbean Queen back to the race lead here, as we are working our way through this one, and our leaderboard appears to have frozen on lap 72. I have no idea why our leaderboard decided to freeze on lap 72. There we go. We got it. Refresh back up here, and the 18 looking like he's got something going wrong with that car, as he is dropping fast. Giovanni Ruggiero dropping like a rock here through the field. I don't know if he's got a tire going down or what, but something is not right. Did not seem like it was right on that car, and now he picks right back up. Did his car's engine just shut off or something? Because he seems to have just flipped a switch and he's right back in it. But yeah, Brendan Queen out in front of the field here. But yeah, Ruggiero, he lost about a second and a half here as he went from side by side with Queen there. And now he's back in the 4th position, almost 2 seconds off the pace, probably going to be hoping for a yellow at this point. But so it's going to be Queen, Hyman, Allen, currently the top 3, going to be dueling it out for the lead of this race over the next 20 laps of this one. Again, Tyler Reef, he's been having a pretty good day. I don't think I've actually seen him get much higher than 7th, but he's been very consistent, 7th to 8th place almost all afternoon long. And as of right now, though, he is one of 9 cars currently on the lead lap. So 9 cars currently reside on the lead lap, and we got a side-by-side battle here for positions. Wallace Allen on the inside, Corey Heim on the outside. So here we go again. These two dueling out for position is going to allow Brendan Queen to potentially slip away. And if Brendan Queen can get away, it is going to be extremely hard to track that guy down. And I say this is not the super late models at Oxford, a track he'd never visited before. Yeah, I believe Brendan Queen has been to this track before, and yeah, he is currently away with the lead. So there we go. Everybody else just chasing down the Queen. But as of right now, though, Corey Heim does manage to win the battle between him and the 20 of Wallace Allen. But again, that battle between the two of them, I think, is going to ultimately, when you look back at the closing laps of this race, I think you're going to look at that instant right there where those two dueled it out side by side, and you're going to say, yep, that was probably the moment where we kind of lost this one. And of course, right now, Corey Heim's starting to reel back in Brendan Queen, but I just don't know if it'll be too little too late here. So there we go. 17 laps to go. Again, time is ticking here, but we've got ourselves a really good race. We've had a pretty good race all throughout, all things considered. But yeah, Brendan Queen looking like he's set for a potential walk-off win here as he is way out in front here. Okay, Tyler Reif. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I was just looking at the way it was spelled and was trying to go off of it. So and I know people who have the last name Reid, or maybe it's Ried, but it's spelled Reed, so I assumed it was Reef. But yeah, okay, so I'll get that right though going forward. So Tyler Reif and placed third at Charlotte. Yep, I streamed Charlotte. I think I remember seeing him up in there, but I was talking about this race specifically where I said I hadn't seen him much higher than 7th. It was when I said that, but yeah, here we go. Wallace Allen, though. Wallace Allen sitting in 3rd place, so he's starting to lose some ground to his teammate. Teammate Corey Heim is taking off, and I think Corey Heim has his eyes set on the race win. Might be getting into Heim time here. Heim time versus Brendan Butterbean Queen out in front of the field. This is going to be a good one. 15 laps to go. Can Heim run it down? Obviously, Corey Heim, a Cup Series caliber driver. By all metrics, I would call him a NASCAR Cup Series driver. I mean, obviously, he hasn't landed the seat, a full-time seat, but in his limited part-time starts, yeah, I think he's proven that he very much can compete speed-wise in the NASCAR Cup Series. Obviously, Brendan Queen, a very hot... Okay, everyone does it. Okay, yeah. I kind of expected that was probably a common mistake. It's one of those where it's like, it's hard to look at the name and say it any other way. So, but yeah, here we go. Again, Brendan Queen gonna be trying to hold off Heim. So Corey Heim here, closing in on Brendan Queen. He's gotten to about half a second. There is 14, so we got 13 and a half laps still to go here. I don't think, without a caution, I don't think Ruggiero is going to be able to race his way back into contention here. Wallace Allen could, but that would take a major pace shift from both Queen and probably Allen and Heim, for Allen to claw back into this one. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a 2-horse race for 13 laps. So we got 13 laps, 26 miles here left as Brendan Queen, a little slower last time back. And I was a little bit slower that last lap, Brendan Queen versus Corey Heim on a lap-by-lap basis. So there we go. Queen, Heim about a 10th faster, and it is showing here on the racetrack as Heim is getting visibly closer to that 28 car. Over a 10th of a second faster that last time by for Heim. Heim looking to the bottom of the racetrack. There's no question. He is going to get there. He is there. The question is, can he make the pass? 12 laps to go. He's got about 23 miles left to try and figure this one out, as there's 11 and a half laps to go. Looking to the top of the racetrack, trying to find any way to get some momentum. Obviously, some of that dirty air off the 28 is going to be a factor here as they cross the stripe with 11 laps to go. Question is, if you're Heim, do you go to the top, to the bottom? To the back bumper goes Heim. Heim looking a car length low. He's got to the bottom of the track. He's able to hold that bottom pretty well off the corner, and Queen, though, with that higher lane, is able to get a better run off the corner and put at least a little bit of a gap between himself and Heim. But again, Heim, if he's able to stay high through 3 and 4 here and make that high line work, Corey Heim might have a shot at trying to close back in. No, he does not get a very good run off the top. And yeah, Corey Heim is going to drop outside of the half-second barrier here as we got 10 laps to go. Corey Heim did have a really good shot at Brendan Queen's rear bumper there, but he respectfully didn't abuse that rear bumper to try and make the pass happen, which is always something you like to see a little bit of respect, which honestly in the ARCA series is a little bit of a rarity to see, but hey, I will absolutely welcome clean racing whenever, wherever, however we manage to have it happen. So they're also starting to get closer to some lap traffic here as they get 9 laps to go, 9 more times around. And it's going to be down to Corey Heim versus, Allen's not far back, but I still don't think he'll have enough speed to get there. I mean, if he starts picking up a good amount of laps in a row, I think at best case scenario, Allen gets there just as they take the checkered flag. And here we go. They go around the lap car here. That is Servant. I have no idea how you're supposed to pronounce 68's name. Sirvent. Servant. I think it's supposed to be Servant. I will say Servant until I'm corrected. But yeah, going now officially 5 laps down to Brendan Queen, the current race leader. As we got 8 laps to go. 8 more times around. There is definitely still time, but as I say, I think they know that I think Heim knows that he's got to make something happen here earlier rather than later, because he's starting to drop back quite a bit here. I don't know if he burned up his tires too aggressively trying to make that pass earlier, but he is dropping back to nearly a full second back for Heim, which means Heim is going to have to come alive here. 7 laps to go. There is still time, but it is going to take a lot of work here to get this one done. So there we go. 7 laps to go. Brendan Butterbean Queen. As here we go, Tyler Reif coming up on the back bumper of Moffitt, going to try and maybe get the second position away. Or sorry, not second, 6th position away from Thad Moffitt. And there we go. Queen, Heim a little bit faster than Queen that last time by. So seems like Corey Heim may have finally started to regather whatever that mojo loss was a few laps ago that cost him all that time frame. But now you've also got Brendan Queen having to work his way around the 67 of Ryan Roulette, as Ryan is currently sat there in the middle. Heim to the inside, a great run. He manages to draft off the bat. They're just barely fast enough that he was able to get a slipstream draft off of the car and slipstream himself right back into contention here. 5 laps to go, and that was masterful driving there by Corey Heim to utilize that lap car for every bit of worth it has out there. For him as the car coming up to lap him, managing to utilize that slipstream there. And that is insane. So there we go. Again, Brendan Queen going to fight his way past a lap car. This time the 28 catches him at a weird spot, not able to draft off of him, but just goes to the inside, follows Queen through the gap, and we've now got 4 laps to go. 4 more times around. And half a tenth of a second faster was Heim that time by than Brendan Queen. They are right on top of each other. This one's going to be a battle all the way to the checkered flag. We got 4 laps to go. 4 more times around. 3.5 really, as they're heading down the back straightaway right now. It looks like Queen's got the edge, but here we go to the bottom of the racetrack. We are watching Heim. He's going to get closer, closer off the corner. And he manages to avoid losing a ton of ground while the 28 ran the higher line here. 3 laps to go. 3 more times around. We've got ourselves a really good battle for this win here. To the bottom of the racetrack. Heim continues to try and work that bottom while Queen continues to try and work in that upper lane. And that upper lane so far has proved very valuable for the 28. And there we go. The 25 going to struggle to hold on, and he's going to have to follow pretty closely behind the 28 of Queen as they're going around the outside of some lap cars here. But Corey Heim following extremely close here. And now I think the 28 has realized he needs to start trying to break some of that draft. To the back bumper, the 25 of Heim, the 28 of Brendan Queen, 2 laps to go. We got 2 more times around here, and the question is, who will win this race? Is it going to be Corey Heim or Brendan Queen? Brendan Queen out in front of the field right now. Corey Heim looking up the inside. He goes to the bottom of the racetrack. He tries to make a move, not able to get alongside, but they have 1 lap to go. 1 more chance for Corey Heim as they take the white flag. Again, 1 last chance for Corey Heim to try and take this win away from the 28. To the back bumper. He runs the upper lane here. Corey Heim going to try and get a massive run down that back straightaway. He knows it's do or die for Heim. No points position impacted here for Corey Heim. Running down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4 goes Heim. It's 1 last shot for Corey Heim. To the inside, Brendan Queen holds on. Queen off of turn 4. Brendan Queen is going to win here at Michigan. Brendan Butterbean Queen takes the checkered flag. Heim right behind him. Lawless Allen in 3rd. 4th is going to be where we find Giovanni Ruggiero after a very strong middle leg of the race from lap 35 to lap 70 for Ruggiero. He pretty much led that one rail to rail for that part, but Brendan Queen was just better when it mattered, and he held off a very hard-charging Corey Heim. And man, what a race it was! That was awesome. LeVar Scott coming home in the 5th place. I don't know if that's enough to hold on to that points lead because, again, Brendan Queen is one of those drivers contending for that points lead. I think Brendan Queen may have taken that points lead away. Moffitt coming home 6th. 7th will be Tyler Reif. Then we've got Jason Kitzmiller 8th, Robusto 9th, and that will conclude your lead lap finishers. Eloy Falcon will round out your top 10. And as I said, normally I'd try and do the full rundown, but I do have to get out of here. But again, massive congratulations to Brendan Queen. That was an insane run to get all the way from the back of the field to the front of the field. Or not from the back to the front, but to be able to hold off Corey Heim. Sorry, I got kind of mixed up on storylines there because there was some pretty decent movement throughout the field. But yeah, no, Brendan Queen was your pole sitter tonight. And he is going to take the American flag with him on the run down the Michigan front straightaway. So there we go. Again, from the pole position, was able to hold off Corey Heim, one of the best in this series. But ultimately, it is going to be Brendan Queen burning it down on the front stretch of Michigan. So, again, thank you guys for popping on in here. Again, I'm going to hop out of here, and I'm going to head up to my local dirt track to go ahead and get my season pass. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys next video. Live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of the night. Again, a reminder, I will be back tomorrow for the, my dad and I, we will be calling the Red Sox versus Yankees baseball game. And then we will be doing the Cup Series race on Sunday. So, should be a fun weekend. We should hopefully be in the new studio tomorrow. And until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next video. Live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of the night. Have a great night, everybody. And goodbye.